This Lore Souls. Don't know how long I'm gonna stream. I had didn't have a fun day today, but I wanted to play some Dark Souls. Plus, I had the idea of what would happen if I tried streaming every day for like a month. I thought that would be fun. I need to find better gloves. I also need to find better ring. I don't think I... What? That's a better... Let's just go with that. Actually, what I think I'm going to do... Flash Sweat may be useful. And I do have some red bug pellets. What does deep protection do again? Well, I can't use deep protection and Flash Sweat. Okay. So let's just do this and then do some of that. I know. That guy saw me. I think referencing Twin Peaks is not quite an in-joke, considering it was one of the most important television shows of the 1990s. I think that's just a cultural reference. 669. Oh, Easilith Pyromancy Tome. I think this one we can actually give to Cornix. It's burned. Tome from Easilith. Chaos Pyromancies manipulate lava! It's lava. I remember there being a fake wall around here somewhere. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of fake walls here and here in the place. How y'all liking this commentary? Of my brain sort of deep fried. I'm embered, but I killed the boss, so we're good. We are good. And I've not even died yet. There's crabs above me. I'm back where I started. Now, corn is an in-joke, but my obsession with corn predates me knowing any of you. Perhaps only Ogre could contemplate my obsession with the corn, and relatedly, the corm. There's slimes. Sure, Cass. I got an Estus shard. Let me escape the slimes. I have to kill the slimes. Well, sleep is the death of reason, G-Volt. Okay, there's one slime left. Ah, too many pizza! Okay, let's, that was also an in-joke. I'm gonna get Kaz on the horn!
Hey.
Hello, it's Kaz, everybody.
It is.
Hello,
I'm here.
Kaz.
Hello.
I've had a long day, and I decided that, you know what? What if I ended a long day by streaming at 10 o'clock in the night?
But yeah, but and a long day by making your day even longer. I've definitely been there.
Oh no!
So
I got
yeah,
slimed!
nice aerial stab on the little fire orb
it's,
that they
it's,
make.
it's all going very poorly.
Yeah. Honestly, these are perhaps the least dangerous slimes. Like really. Now you're tough, I'm sure, but like they have extra markings on them to make them stand out against the terrain that they're in.
I'm dead. Okay, this is actually not
No.
a bad situation, because it means I can balance audio.
Now, I definitely did get killed quite a bit when I was running this place. Okay, so when you told me the trick about the bridge and how to get there, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to get there. And, like, you remember the conversation we had after I had been, right?
Yeah,
Where
to the viewers at home, me and Kaz talked a bit about this area because he missed it in his stream of the game.
Yeah, I did, and I'm glad that I did. I'm glad I missed this area on my blind playthrough.
Because it's kind of pointless.
It's like there's powerful enemies within, treasures that I didn't care about, and I guess, like some loose ends also.
There's lore, there's really powerful treasures, and incredibly dangerous enemies.
Yeah. Honestly, and this kills me to say, but I had like a much easier time with the little pyromancer witches, and a much harder time with the like generic dudes who are the goat faces around and
goat-faced killer.
Seriously, because you're in kind of a tight spot, and then there's two of them, and I'm like, oh shit, two of them, shit, and I crumble.
Especially when they're like the goat hoppers,
the
worst enemy in the game.
Yeah, I think that's fairly legit. Like they're the worst. They're up there with the jailers.
Yeah, the jailers also enemies that are unfair. Is basically what these guys are.
Honestly, I don't mind the jailers as much as I think you do.
I don't mind the jailers either. It was just everybody's
the combination of the jailers and the entire environment that they're in, which is short and dark and brutal.
And jail.
much like life.
Especially a Dark Souls life.
Yeah.
This boiled down Dark Souls, I guess, is the Tower of Latria 2. I tried to think of what you could subtitle that, but yeah.
It is it's a neat area.
There's rats.
It didn't really draw you into it. And honestly, the most baffling part is that, big old boss man Demon Daddy is hanging out at the front of the area.
Yeah.
It's like, defeat me and you may explore my ruins. Except you don't even have to tangle with him.
No, you don't. You can also get to the ruins by having the ballista shoot a part of the floor in the lake.
Oh, that's right. Hell, maybe that's like closer to the intended way.
That's how I found it the first way through.
The worm is supposed to ward you off from going that direction.
By the way, there's an illusory wall here.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, your name random numbers is saying the same. Smoke. There should be another illusory wall behind that one, eh?
Yep.
Oh, you already opened it. Okay.
It's the old double, and you got the Easeless staff. This is from Dark Souls.
Much of Dark Souls 3 is.
Yeah.
Honestly, the little references in this game that I find most charming are the ones to Dark Souls 2, which I roundly considered to exist in a completely different world because there was basically no link to anything that had happened before, apart from, like, there are bonfires and you have an Estus flask. Like, everything else was all over the place.
And none of it made any sense at all.
Deep down, yeah. Much like this area, actually.
This is
Now,
the
I got to the bottom of it, and there was a man, and I ran away from him because he had a name, and I never looked back. Have you defeated that man?
I've killed him as an invader. He's going to be we're going up. We're showing up. We are coming up to him soon. I said in so many words, trying.
Okay.
Then-
Yeah, I don't mind a lot of the flavor text being, wow, look at this weird Dark Souls 2 stuff. I wish it weren't all that way, because, Dark Souls 2 had its moments.
Yeah. I like how some of it is like forgotten lore, like the Drang set. It's not called
Hmm?
Drang Laic set. It's called the Drang Knights. But
Well,
yeah,
honestly, like, Lord Rand got a name change at some point, too.
yeah, it's Lothric in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I guess, like, Lord Rand, Land of Lords, was,
a little on the nose.
not. Yeah. I didn't like that one as much. It wasn't loreful enough,
So
so they kind of bent the name a little.
the easeless staff kind of lies a little bit. Um, uh, the way its scaling works, it lets your faith. It only you get bonus. It scales off faith only for dark sorceries. It doesn't actually boost normal sorceries that much
Ah.
when you have faith, or at all even.
Huh.
But it does. It does gets it. It actually scales off intelligence differently when you are casting dark stuff with it.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that is the case,
Also, since
but I wanna like weigh the notion. It's like, okay, you've designed this item, and you want it to have different scaling properties for your dark sorceries. How do you display that to the player?
you just have it say that
You
it
know,
does it.
right?
It
Like
also seems to
this,
boost the power of dark sorceries. Thanks. That's what
right?
it
This
said.
has to be like you could have a buff icon for it,
Ooh,
so it would be like a categorically different kind of thing
like
rather than just the scaling numbers. But since you're already displaying scaling numbers to the player, you would want it to display there. But like this, it's a hard question. I think that the game would have to be completely different in order to fit it in the way that we really want. Like, ooh, what if it displayed the scaling numbers differently depending on what spell you currently had active?
ooh, that would be
Ooh,
pretty juicy.
that would. I think I just fixed it. There we go. Figured it out. It's
So you
game
have
design
you
right
have yeah
there.
figured it out. You have to notice that it looks different when you have that spell equipped. That's very Dark Souls.
Ooh, yes. Also, the staff can have a visual indicator that it lights up with darkness.
Shit.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm being stupid again, so I'm having problems. I, I tried
See.
tried parrying old Night Slayer sword.
Yeah. Why is shit? What is this guy's name?
Night,
Iron Tarkus. Why is Iron Tarkus killing you?
he turned evil at some point.
Oh, his sword became much larger.
Well, he's using the Fume Knight Ultra Great Sword, which many people consider the Fume Knight the hardest boss in all of Dark Souls 2.
The Fume Knight? I don't remember that one.
He's in the Iron DLC.
Oh, son of a. Am I gonna have to start playing Dark Souls 2 again?
At some point, I've
Oh
been thinking
man.
of streaming a bonfireless run, even though I've never done it before. The game probably doesn't deserve it, but I've been thinking
Nah.
about it.
Well, okay. On the plus side, there are life gems,
Hmm.
and there's multiplayer. Like I think that what you're gonna be doing is constantly summoning aid.
Oh, I would never summon aid if I were doing a
Okay.
challenge run, but I would
Um,
definitely use life
I would
gems.
I would constantly summon aid.
I say here's
For
the.
the first time doing it, come on. Come on.
Okay, so here's Fume Knight Ultra Great Sword. This twisted sword, the heaviest of all Ultra Great Swords, resembles black slate. This weapon, said to belong to a trader from long ago, was so heavy that it found no owner and became a forgotten relic of history.
Hmm.
So the Fume Knight was a trader, kind of. He like defected and joined the evil queen of that DLC, because every DLC
Ah,
in Dark Souls is based off an evil queen.
okay.
Also, the game is.
Yes, secretly and suddenly at the end, it is based off an evil queen.
It's
I will
supposed.
never get over that. I.
It's supposed to have been based off it the entire time, but I ain't buying it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if someone had said, go find the evil queen who rests within her prison, defeat the four lords. I don't know. Okay, it doesn't have to be literally the exact same thing as Dark Souls 1, but it needs some explanation.
I'm being
And,
stupid again.
yes. I like how easy it is to not notice that there's a Dark Knight just sitting right there. I'm going to say out loud because I totally missed that he was there and I walked as far as the ladder in the other room before he smacked my ass off of it. And I'm like, oh shit! It's a Black Knight! I'm getting crushed.
What if I put on a small shield to try to parry this asshole instead of just being an idiot?
Yeah, I had some success with launching some spears at his face. I got pretty good at timing it so that because they constantly have their shield up with it while they're walking towards you, but they drop it to do attacks. So I got pretty good at timing it so that the missile would collide with his face right as he was dropping his shield to attack.
That's pretty good.
So I could get 2 hits in that way and then attempt to backstab him, and that tended to work.
Mm-hmm. This is Harry. So I'm using the sword. I changed swords. I'm no longer using Rawest or a straight sword. Using the Sunlight Straight Sword plus 5.
I will always be a strong proponent of the raw upgrade path in any game it appears in.
Raw is... It's funny that Raw is good in every game except for the game it was made in. So it's very poor in Dark Souls, but it's really good in this in Dark Souls too. Funnily enough, Raw was actually very good in Straight Sword Hilt run.
Huh.
Because it was almost
Really?
identical to
Oh my
a
god.
normal Straight Sword Hilt, but I could just have it as soon as I got the large ember. No. Not these guys. I don't like them. I think they'll stop following me. I definitely won't. Nope, they're kind of.
Yeah, when I did this run, because of course I had to do this run a couple times because there's a Black Knight at the end of it.
Yeah.
I had one hanger-on from the basilisks.
Let's see if I have one. Nope.
Oh man, hilt plus 15, only a little better than raw hilt plus 5, huh?
Only a little.
I think we found it. That's where you want the raw upgrade.
Stop it. Stop, Black Knight. Don't bully me. Okay, attack. There we go.
I think one of those hits was a... what's the word for it?
Counter hit.
Enrage.
Oh.
Enrage mode when they see you healing. Which I only wish was a PvP thing.
Oh god,
seriously,
yeah.
if you got a burst of speed whenever someone...
Or
whenever an opponent healed.
If you heal for 3 seconds, you take 25% extra damage. Something like that.
It's like the Bloodborne rally mechanic in reverse.
Oh, you can parry people who are healing. Yeah, I got a nice drop. This is the Black Knight Greatsword. It's constantly, it's the exact same flavor text as the Black Knight sword.
The exact same flame text. I've been reading that pyromancy tome too much. That's your flame text.
Well, I did bully my girlfriend by giving her pyromancy tomes.
I saw that. That was so rude. Why would you do this?
Maybe nothing.
Twice in a row. Both times she said, this is the only time.
Oh, no, that's if you give her the Bible. You give her Bible, she says,
right.
okay, this is the only time.
Oh, right. The evil Braille Bible.
Yeah, if you bring her pyromancy tome, she's like, I'm a sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. I think she calls you saucy or something.
Mm.
Carla always flirts with you. It's kind of like Solaire. Carla very much a...
I mean, she doesn't.
Yep.
She doesn't have a high opinion of herself either. She's like, I am of the abyss. I belong in this prison.
So here's the Dark Souls 2 item. The Old King of Wand. That's what they've decided.
Oh.
What was that asshole's name, even? What is the Dark Souls 2 king name? Oh my god.
I'm probably the wrong person to ask.
It matters so little, I can't remember. Vendrick.
Okay.
Yes.
Vendrick?
Yeah,
That sounds like an insult. Like, that's what you call someone to make fun of them, really. Like, what a Vendrick.
It's a good bow. It's like a bow for people who have great bow stats but don't want to use a great bow because they're slow.
Huh.
Yeah, the secret, speaking of Dark Souls 2, the secret of a no bonfire run to that game is you have to live long enough to get the Santir Spear, which is in the Doors of Pharos. Because there, we have, the oldie... Well, if you break the Santir Spear, like you damage it irrevocably, it becomes a better weapon.
What?
That can't be, yeah, because it has 0 durability, you never have to rest it up on fire to heal it. Basically...
Oh, I see.
Because Santir Spear is a spear that somebody stabbed a stone man with, and the head of the stone man became like the spear club. And if you break it, the stone head breaks and you get the original weapon back.
Oh. That's really cute.
It's actually really good.
As an alternative, you could constantly cycle out your weapons.
Yeah. I would probably play the game nude with the Santir Spear.
Yeah, okay.
There's bone meal.
Wasn't there repair powder in that game?
There was. I think there was a limited amount, maybe.
Oh my god.
Because it's Dark Souls 2. Or you could just let things break and then pay to have Mr. Man Lindengrast fix it. The crazy thing about... It still drives me crazy about that game. You have 2 blacksmiths, and they obviously have the same model, except one of them is hollowed looking and one of them isn't. The one who talks crazy is the one who looks normal, and the one who talks normal but kind of like an asshole looks like a hollow. Why is this the case?
I don't know. I didn't think that they looked all that similar.
Oh, they basically look exactly the same.
Huh. I guess I'd have to play it again. I mean, I remember the Jolly Green Giant looking guy.
Yeah, that's Lindengrast, and then there's...
Lindengrast.
Yep, it's very rushy. I don't even remember what Dear Flem was called.
Flame Dear Flame.
McDonald?
That sounds right.
Where's Ogre at? He likes that guy a lot. Oh my god. Tokyo Drift Skeleton. McDuff! McDuff the crime smith! So there's a giant auto ballista that somehow senses and fires at you. I don't know why. There's something vaguely like this in Demon Souls. There's like this big siege tower thing on a bridge that has like 100 crossbows on it that fire at you all at the same time. But they're normal sized crossbows. There's just 100 of them.
It's pretty cute.
What do you think of these gears?
Oh, I already hate them.
Don't even know what these ones are doing. Especially this one. It's not connected to anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible that they're standardized parts and they've repurposed one of these gears as a flywheel.
That would work.
Which, you can do.
Oh, I think there is
that
a...
doesn't appear to be the case.
I believe this is a belt that is not turning.
Oh.
With a water wheel on it. Or whatever that is.
Maybe it's just going so quickly that
Ooh, yeah, it's
you can't tell.
this, what's it called? The wagon wheel effect? The wagon spoke?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. But Doppler images.
Yeah, nevertheless, you throw a big lever and then
It just stops
all
immediately.
the gears stop turning. Like they exist and are there so that you can watch them stop and know that the mechanism has stopped.
And to make the pleasant noise they make. I would like it if it kept firing for like 5 minutes after you turned the lever off, but it got slower each time. Because the
Oh, right. That's the residual energy in the flywheels.
yeah, because like
Yeah,
you just
to spin down.
you disengage the drive, but all these several ton gears are still moving, and will not want to move until acted upon by force. There's 2 giants here that are dead. They're just hanging out here.
Which again is a missed opportunity of a sort. Maybe
They could be hugging.
well, they could be the guys who were aiming at you in the first place, right? Because the thing tracks you.
Yeah.
So it's a little insane that this big ballista tank thing.
It knows where you're at.
There's like no, yeah. It's also artificially intelligent.
I think maybe there's giant ghosts in it. Like they died and their ghosts haunted the crossbow.
Ah, right. And then you'll have to kill other enemies nearby so that the soul essences can go into their face holes. Then they act flat.
This is a shiny golden coin that this rating has. You can come down here to get back to the lake. I think there actually are items down here I haven't gotten.
Wait, they actually fixed the rating coins so that they work?
Yeah, they've always worked in this game.
Oh.
And
Well, I mean...
they're not super hacked like
yeah.
in crab battle.
Always had the worst time with crabs.
I spent like 2 hours fighting them in the first time I played the game, and I became invincible.
I understand. I don't think I've done that with any Dark Souls monster, but I appreciate the effort.
I've done it to a lot.
I think I've done it in Bloodborne, actually.
I would believe that.
There was
like
there were definitely some breakaway moments. No, it was what's her name?
Maria.
It was Maria.
Yep.
I fought her for hours, making basically no progress. Took a deep breath and like perfected her. And I'm just like, I don't know how I did that, but it felt so good.
Well, somewhere out in the ether, I don't think I kept the recording, but there's like a 3 hour and 45-minute recording of me just fighting Artorias and losing with a broken straight sword.
Oh my god. Oh, you guys in Artorias. I swear, I don't know what it is. Like, I mean, I like him. He's a decent boss.
I think he's my favorite boss.
I know.
I don't know.
I can understand putting him up there, but man. I think if I ever bothered to learn how to do Manus properly, then I would like him the best.
That only took like an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And most of that was a fight. The Hollow Warrior video for Manus is literally 22 minutes long. Because he has so much damn health.
Yeah, I want to say that the large health value is a kind of... It's a safety against you just dealing too much damage without learning how he works at all.
But then, of course, you can just shoot him with arrows from outside the boss fight. Do the old flame lurker. Yeah. the boss in Demon Souls, Flame Lurker.
Mm,
He's a really hard boss because you have to beat him in order to be able to really upgrade your weapon.
mm.
But there's a gap in the hitbox of the fog wall in his door gate where you can just shoot arrows at him.
Okay. Now, Gnome, I'm gonna interrupt you a little. I hope you don't mind.
Of course.
Because I think this is pressing, because you seem to be fighting a lot of crabs.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why you're doing this.
I think there's an item over here.
Okay.
Actually, I'm pretty
Are you
convinced
sure?
there isn't, but I want to check.
I thought you already got it.
I thought...
I wanted to make sure that this wasn't just your nature kicking in,
yeah,
where
this
you see a crab, you must destroy it.
That is certainly what is happening, actually.
It's actually more like an anti-nature, right? Because nature will create crabs if there are none.
Yeah.
Whereas you will destroy crabs if there are any.
And crabs will destroy me because of the powerful enzymes in their shells that my body rejects.
Really, is it the shells?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the shell.
Okay. Man, we gotta get you to Baltimore.
Ah. What?
Get you some Fadleys. It'd be great.
What, just shellless crabs? What are these?
Crab cakes.
Oh.
Crab cakes.
Oh, no,
you know,
can't,
I mean,
you still can't eat them if you're shellfish allergic. I think the enzyme is produced in the shell, but just in the whole meat.
Yeah.
Considering.
Okay, well, I don't know what to do then.
In my testing, since I discovered my allergen, if I eat broccoli that was merely cooked with shellfish, my face will swell up.
Holy shit.
Yeah, apparently...
That's quite something.
It's a chaos gem. That's the treasure I didn't get. There might be some large shards around here. You've missed kind of like a meandering stream because I'm exhausted. And Kaz is here and we're just talking about shit.
I felt like you needed another voice to bounce ideas off of and to keep you honest.
Well, you know, I am always happy to have a friend around.
I thought you were about to say I am always honest, and then ooh, you trickster.
Ooh,
That'd be good.
I won't say I'm always honest, but I'm always direct.
Mm.
Unless I'm being as unhelpful as possible. But
Yeah.
even then,
Well, I mean, that's a task, and you approach it as directly as you can. All too directly sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a more valuable service than you realize. The completely unhelpful hint. I only wish that kind of shit existed in the games themselves. But in here, I mean, anytime the developers give you some kind of hint message, it's like, okay, I was already doing it. Thanks.
It's very on the nose when video game developers tell you how to play their video games.
Well, I mean, think about... Well, I mean, I guess there was an unhelpful hint, but it was a key to a side area that I didn't ever have to go to, right? So it's like, rickety bridge is wearing thin, or whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I should avoid it, and then I avoided it, and it was fine.
You know, speaking of, let's, I am going to abandon the rest of the lore that is in Ash Lake for now. There's some more lore.
The rest? Oh my god.
It involves throwing myself into lava, which is why I was doing it last.
I see. Isn't there a, I mean, we saw the corpse of a centipede demon. Maybe we could get the orange charred ring off of him.
Actually, no. Let's get the lore first.
Then devour.
I want to show something off. Yeah, we should just have the orange. Any game that has lava in it should have the orange charred ring.
I think so. Yeah. Well, okay. If it has any game that has lava and items in the lava.
Oh yeah,
that you collect.
Okay.
It should have an orange charred ring. I accept lava as a means to execute the player if they have done the wrong thing.
Is this like a pit?
Yeah, no, I really appreciate when pits have a deadly danger at the bottom, rather than
Rather than just like in his,
just
other than Super Metroid
pure God.
redesign, where you just fall in the pit and you have to reload. Although there are also pits with lava. There are both. Well, I'm wearing my highest fire resistant armor. Who would have thought that Black Knight armor would have the highest fire resist?
Sometime before you get the armor that helps with lava. Oh, you have to find the Varia suit.
I do.
That'll be that. That'll be good.
Oh wait, I saw blue. It was okay. Fallen Knight. And probably going to be Fallen Knight leggings, because the Fallen Knight set has a lot of fire resist because it's black. I think that's all the logic that went into it. Nope, Conjurator boots. Okay. So all of my fire resist I have available on top of Flash Sweat. I might have to become Embered for some of this. And I don't think I can stack buffs. So we're good. I don't even know what armor that helps with lava you're talking about, because I've always just done this way.
Maybe we don't need it. We'll dress up as a Black Knight.
I mean, if there's something I should know about the video game, I probably should. This is a Dark Souls I can still learn about, which is one of the reasons I like it. Like, if I stream Dark Souls normal mode, or rando mode, for like 30 hours, I'll learn a new fact about it. Oh, Hovel? Okay. I guess there's Hovel that I could find. But I can't find Hovel's armor yet. Okay, so there's a hole here that is not what I want. I forget where I need to go to actually find this lava at without the death. Really, how to get to this? Oh, I remember. I think I remember. There's a lava pit below us with a lot of items in it, and I'm probably going to die a whole lot.
Tasty. Well, we're just exchanging your souls here for the items.
Yeah.
Right?
20,000 at this point is not much.
I often think about spending homeward bones this way. So if I anticipate that I am going to be in deadly danger that I can't recover from, and I say, okay, well, I could pay the bone right here, and is it worth the 1,000 souls or whatever? And often I'll be saving a stain of like 10,000 souls. So, excuse me. Clearly that's worth it, but otherwise it might not be.
I got hit by a slime, so this might be bad. Well, I'm gonna die down here, but I got the items. That's about how it goes. I'm glad I got both of them in one run.
That's really intense looking. My God.
Yeah, I might have been able to, if I had turned my blue Estus into yellow and had not been hit by slime, I might have lived.
Alright, we found the situation where that slime is dangerous.
Well, the only reason it's dangerous is because it hits you and it makes you stop in place for a second.
Yeah.
So the lore we got was the white hair talisman. Talisman from a walk of light hair. The lock of hair belonged to a deformed member of the Chaos Witches, mother of the art of pyromancy. Fashioned into a talisman.
At this point, 25 grand is not all that much. Look what we spent that 25 grand on. We got the white hair talisman.
Yeah.
This is someone's old scraggly beard just wrapped up in a circle.
It's a hair made out of Quill-like sister hair talisman. It's a talisman that can be used to cast pyromancies. Like its skill is combustion, like pyromancy flames. Instead of unfaltering prayer.
Cast both miracles and pyromancies. Ooh, that's cute.
It's not that powerful, but it's fun. There was a glitch for a while where a specific pyromancy was inordinately powerful with it, and you can one-shot people with it. What is this spell even called? There's a pyromancy spell that's crazy. It's not good, but it's crazy. Where you just grab hold of someone and make their heart catch on fire.
Undead rapport.
No, that's if
That'll
that's,
set their heart on fire.
getting attacked by rats. But yeah, that's the lore. We found it, I guess, below Quilleg's sister. So some of her hair fell in lava and became a talisman. But we're not done yet.
Oh, goodness. Really?
Yeah. There's just something I want to show. For one, there's an item down here.
Okay.
Sacred Flame. That's the pyromancy. Yes. But for two, I told you about this and you thought it was crazy.
Oh. That sounds like something I'd say. Oh shit, is it the Black Knight Bridge?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's crazy. This is so stupid.
I gotta swap my flame for my Sacred Chime so I can use its skill. And we're just gonna block this lava damage. And once you let the block down, it stops working. It's making the ting noise every time I get damaged. Oh, here it is, Sacred Flame. I don't.
How does the block work?
No idea. It is you can block this lava.
What the? Shields up. It's so stupid.
Block the lava, Kaz.
You just pull out your shield.
Sorry about Sacred Flame. If I can cast it, I'll show it off. I can cast it.
Oh
Pyromancy taught amongst savages. Flame burrows inside target and ignites. Originally used in this ceremony called Kali Ma for cleansing sacrificial impurities, thereby lending the spell its name. As barbaric as it seems, this may in fact be quite fitting for the savage pyromancers who once considered themselves the servants of the divine. Let's go somewhere where I can show this off. Yeah, it's in a Shaw Brothers movie. They're just blocking lava with their sword. And it's making the exact... Oh, it's making... Well, the shield sound kind of sounds like the Shaw Brothers ting. Okay. Sacred Flame. Where's a good place? Rhoda's Undead Settlement is definitely a place where there's boys that I can grab and set their heart on fire. Yeah, but but you can't block the other lava. The lava where the rats were like the slimes. That lava you cannot block.
See, when you said block it, I thought that you were casting a spell that would prevent some of the damage, blocking it.
Well,
I didn't realize you were holding up your shield in the blocking pose.
Well, thing is,
No,
I was blocking it with a spell, but I was also blocking it with my shield.
That's the point at which, like, someone in your playgroup accuses you of like bribing the DM, right? Because it's like, I hold up my shield and I block the lava. I walk on through it.
So here's what Sacred Flame looks like. It's like you put the fire inside of them and then you cast Great Combustion. Hey, he dropped his rubbish for me. That's rubbish.
Is this a player grab attack?
Yes!
What?
There is a player's grab attack.
No.
Yes!
No. That's different.
It certainly is. I need to find my pants. These
This is
will work.
neat though.
Yeah, it's not. It's pretty powerful. Like I was one-shotting those guys with an unupgraded pyromancy flame. Sure, I have 30 phase, but whatever. So we tapped out the. I'm pretty sure we got everything from Smouldering Lake. Probably not, but maybe. Let's go to Lothric Castle. Another grab attack. I think there is, but I can't remember what it is. There might be something that's kind of like the Cobra Twist. Yeah, I got the Speckled Stone Plate Ring. You have to get that while the... In order to get that, you have to turn on... you have to leave the autocannons running.
Could you conceivably turn them back on?
Yeah, you
If
just...
you didn't have them on?
If you turned it off, you could not break the wall until you, like... You could just go turn the ballista back on. The lever works both ways. So last time you saw this boss, you gave him the old sunset rubdown.
Yes. In fact, I don't even remember him because... Oh, wait! Yeah, no, okay. I remember now. I remember who we're talking about.
I'm being stupid again. Every area starts the same way. I try to prove I'm good at the video game by parrying. Now, I should probably not do this if I'm planning to fight a boss at the end of this, but whatever.
Man, really, he should just stick to the shield bash move that he has.
There we go.
He could remain perfectly safe, while also, like, pushing you backward.
One of my sub-goals of the stream has been to become proficient with some forms of medium shield parrying. I'm gonna go sit at the bonfire again. And while I'm doing this, how's your Stellaris been going?
It's going okay. I kind of... Every time I do a playthrough, I get further in before kind of getting stuck. So, at this point, I'm stuck between two... like, I've expanded as much as I can. And on both sides of me are differing alien federations that don't want me in them.
Ah.
And I'm like, that's tough. And they can also generate, like, twice as much fleet power as I can, so I can't just, like, attack them. So yeah, I don't know. And honestly, I think most of it's just the luck of the draw.
One thing I could recommend trying is play a medium-sized galaxy with the amount of other AI teams as is in a small one.
Oh yeah, just more space for stuff.
There's more space between things, and when you're making the map, set it so that empire placement is random and not clustered. Because clustered starts will make it so you're near people.
Right. Oh, I didn't say what kind of nation I was playing. I mean, mostly because it's a player created. Like, I created a race.
That's fun.
Like, spare parts. It is. I have to put in the things that I felt I was missing from all my other playthroughs. In particular, fast breeding.
Yeah, rapid breeders is a good one. Charismatic.
A lot more food.
You do need food.
What ethics? I don't remember.
Do you vote or do you not vote?
I think I'm an oligarchy.
So you vote sometimes.
Yeah.
The
It's like
sometimes
a
vote.
slower democracy. Well, nevertheless.
It works a little bit differently because oligarchical leaders have agendas, which give them a bonus their entire reign, whereas democratically elected people do campaign promises
Oh, I see.
because they get elected more often. I'm toxic and there's nothing I can do about it.
Hmm. Well,
Man, I probably should have, Let's run and unlock the shortcut before I die.
time's a wasting.
One thing I usually do is decide if I want to do science or not do science, like as like my thing. Like have robots or not, because spiritualists can't have robots.
Oh, right.
And then decide if I want to immediately pick a bunch of fights. And if I want to pick a lot of fights, I choose militaristic. Xenophile is also kind of generically good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still figuring stuff out. It takes so long to figure anything out, and then by the time you realize you might have made a mistake,
It's been
your
like
mistake was actually
50 years ago.
15 hours ago, and yeah, it's like, oh man, oops, I shouldn't have let them colonize that specific planet 50 years ago. Dang.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay, this doesn't have to worry about psionics, I don't think. Because that's a utopia thing.
I got around to terraforming.
Terraforming
That's pretty good.
used to be a lot harder. Like,
Oh.
there's rare technologies, the purple ones.
Yeah, I've gotten some of those.
Those have like a tenth of the chance to show up as regular techs.
Hmm.
And for most of the game, terraforming was a rare technology.
Now, what's kind of bobo is there are like multiple technologies that feed into terraforming, or like make terraforming better without, like, you can research the helpers without having the main one. I don't understand why that is.
I didn't think that was the case, but I would believe it was the case.
Like that's how it shook out when I was doing it. Wait, I don't remember this way that you're walking right now.
This is the shortcut I just unlocked.
No, maybe I never did. Maybe I just blundered through it and was like, whatever.
Well, I'll show where it's at when I get to it. The thong on the armor I'm wearing, well, it's a little bit there. It's like a codpiece, only in the back. It wants to create the illusion that the Black Knight has a G-string.
Oh, I can see it now.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
look, when I walk,
that
it
makes
wiggles. Like, the iron flexes back and forth with my womanly walk.
Yes, it is clearly an imitation piece, I'm afraid to say.
Well, Black Knights ain't got no body no more. And they might never had no body to begin with. Here's another shortcut.
Yeah, I always imagined they were just silver knights who got scorched by fire too much.
Yeah, that, I think the lore is that the Black Knights were Silver Knights, but their armor is very slightly different looking because they were assault knights. Like, the Silver Knights all have defensive weapons, and the Black
Right.
Knights have attacking weapons. And they went with Gwyn when he went to go become the First Lord.
Yeah, I mean, the outriders versus home defenders, kind of makes sense.
The hat doesn't actually clang when you slide down ladders. That's the Gold Ardeo. That was just a vine someone made that was very good. Where they slid down a ladder in the Gold Ardeo and they added a clang noise every time the hat bounced off a ladder rung.
Oh, that's cute.
Dragons,
Yeah, I don't think I found that one. Gold Ardeo. That doesn't sound familiar.
it's the big gold pyramid head hat. that cost a whole bunch of
Oh, I
money.
definitely found that. Yes,
Yeah.
that the man the man wears when he goes to kill the queen.
It's the
Yeah.
executioner hat.
Hmm.
So Osiros was the king of Lothric. He could not have heirs. When he got mad and went to use dragon science to try to make heirs happen, and he kind of turned himself into a dragon in the meantime. In the profaned prison, Ethereal dungeon, you can see people who were kind of turned into dragons, but not really.
I mean the big baby face
Yeah,
people.
the big baby face people. The only real hint
Oh.
you have that they're dragons is they have wings, and they have dragon tail weapons that that do the dragon tail thing.
Hmm. I don't know why I'm so sneezy.
Yeah,
I feel
dust.
it's like I don't think it's dust. I mean, it usually is dust, but there like I have not been exposed to any more dust than on a usual night. Really, the only difference is that I've been drinking this coffee.
Ooh, maybe it's just
Which-
sneeze flavored coffee.
Yeah, it might be. Like it's disgusting. So there's that.
The coffee's not good. I actually made a good cup of coffee today. I was very chuffed with myself.
Oh, that's good.
The trick was I could not find our just sugar. Because I was just going to be drinking this at work, so I just wanted to have like sugar in it to keep me awake.
Ha.
I could not find sugar, but I saw there was honey. I was like, you know what? It's all the same stuff, all the same molecule, just slightly shaped differently. So I put like a tablespoon of honey in it, and you know what? It was really good.
Yeah. I'm not a good enough chemist to immediately have a retort for it's all the same molecule but shaped differently, because I'm sure there's one that's like, this, this compound composed of these things is tasty.
Well,
This one, which is its opposite raceme, is poison.
I
It's like,
seem to
oh.
recall that honey from nectar is mostly fructose rather than glucose, which is similar. They're the same family of molecules, I think.
Really, what I want is the ancient pharaoh honey. That's what I'm in it for.
Now, is that
Is there
like
any honey in Dark Souls?
I don't think so. This would be a perfect game to have mollified man in.
Yeah.
It's like human pine resin is. It's mollified man. Which, for those at home who are not weirdos, mollified man is a probably fictitious historical medicine made by taking a dying person and getting them to replace their entire diet with honey, and then, as they die, preserve their body in honey. It's probably not real.
Okay.
Hey! Oh, so I'm lying but telling the truth. That's classic. That's classic me.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, no, a mollified man. I think they have versions of that are not specifically in Dark Souls. Like we get to see like the guys who are all crystally, and they're halfway to being cursed because you develop crystals all over your body when you're cursed.
So yeah, you mean like the guys
in Duke's Archives?
Ooh, I never interpreted it that way. That is definitely a way, because he does curse you. So maybe
Yeah.
I always interpreted it like the wizards were always just adding crystals to shit to make them more magic. So they just did the same thing, but to their regular little slave boys, and made them stronger.
Well, I mean,
Like
sure.
you take regular sword, you put a crystal on it, it becomes a powerful sword. You take a regular armor, and you apply crystals to it.
Yeah, there are both of those in the game. There's room enough.
But I think your interpretation is more novel. I like it. Mine's a little literalistic, to be
like
honest.
Yeah, that's the kind of, I don't know. That's the kind of explanation I would expect from a child, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, the wizard, he put crystals on his guy, and I'm like, Okay, honey, time for bed. Now let me sing to you to sleep with the parable of the mollified man. Hey, honey, until he was honey.
Man, fighting these things without fire sucks.
Honestly, I was never terribly impressed fighting them with fire.
Well,
It just sort of flailed around differently for a couple seconds.
yeah, they get like a hit stun when they're on fire.
I could never tell the difference between like them flailing around in pain and them flailing around in attack.
I think one of them hurts you. That's
I
my.
thought both of them did. That's
They,
my.
they might. If I had
Yeah.
fire, I would test it, but I don't have.
It's okay.
Corbin.
Well, I mean, there's always fire bombs or rope fire bombs.
The rope bomb. There is rope bomb. I have to
The
admit.
imported technology from Bloodborne. That hack I never used.
The only use I have ever seen of rope items in the game is people inventing a way to like kind of teabag people when you get killed in PvP by just dropping a rope dung pie or root dung pie or stalk dung pie directly at your feet. And it looks like you're dropping a little poop from your butt. That is the only time I've ever seen anyone use it.
You know, pooping upon your defeated enemies is a tradition that predates man, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's a very dog thing to do. Like, I would imagine a dog would do that.
It's funny because when a dog pees on you, that's affection and submission. When they poop on you, that's the victory cry. Like, I have defeated you.
Well, it's because pooping is, of course, when dogs... We're getting a little blue here tonight, kids. Pooping is, of course, when dogs are at their most vulnerable. If you interrupt a dog while it's doing the business, it just kind of freezes. It doesn't know what to do. You can't have those two thoughts at the same time.
Okay, yeah, I realized that we drifted somewhat in our...
I mean, we're still
in
kind of on
articulating
topic.
our ideas. So yes, dogs do not predate man. That's the whole idea of dogs.
I guess wolves might. It's hard to say. I don't know where our shared common ancestor is at. Probably some kind of rat.
I imagine that you could probably find like canid forms in an earlier time period than you could find primates and all that. Nevertheless, I postulate that there was a species of animal who existed upon the earth who would have enemies, defeat enemies, and poop on them before there was any kind of human at all.
I agree.
That is my claim.
That's our mission statement. Demand, really. I demand this of history. Okay, I think we got all the items here. If there's not slugs still chasing after me, I'll look at the shadow garb, which is about what you remember it being. It's ninjas. Worn by spooks from an eastern land.
Yeah, that is a very questionable translation.
Spook is a word for spy.
It is. It absolutely is.
This game loves to dig out the old thesaurus. Mm-hmm. It kind of, if you read this too fast, you might think it was a slur. Or something.
I know, and I'm not saying it definitely is. I'm saying that is a very poor choice of word for translation. And I understand that they, perhaps the word spy sounds too modern. Because you have to have governments of such a complexity before it even makes sense to have spies. Right? So like that, systems of government need to be but so complex before you have spies. When you're playing to have someone who...
when you're playing Civ 5, you only get spies in the Renaissance Age. That's how advanced you have to be. Yeah, but I'm sorry, I interrupted?
I mean, what would it matter that they are Japanese? like this a poor choice of a poor choice of word is a poor choice of word. This I don't care where they came from.
Here's the lore, though. Is assassins were sent after King Osiros because he was crazy, and all of them died. We grabbed this armor off a corpse that was a dead spy, probably. They were using a claw, which we also got. Favored by intelligencers of an eastern land. You thought spooks was bad, they got worse. Intelligencers. When two-handed, he had claws equipped in each hand.
That's better in one direction and worse in another.
But if you look at the Dragon Scale ring, the Ring of Osiros, the former king of Lothric, reduces backstab damage. It ties in. He's strong against spies because they can't backstab him.
Yeah, they really did not want to say ninja. Man, oh man.
Well, they never
like,
say
okay.
samurai. Well,
indeed not.
I should not be parrying you.
But they do say braille. It's weird. what makes it through from the real world and what remains
I'm dead.
in the world of Lothric.
These greatsword guys are pretty good.
Yeah, they. It's really slick how it's hard to tell where their back is if you're going for a backstab.
Yeah.
And I truly think that this is intentional, where you have to look at their like head and shoulders and hips to try and figure out what your backstab angle truly is.
I'm not going to bring in my attack or my anti-poison spell anymore because I'm not doing that. What do I want to wear as my ring? I can have more strength. How much damage does that get me? Very little.
Okay. You're out! God, I would love it. Replace all of the text with baseball lingo, and all of the weapons become various baseball bats.
Modding of Dark Souls is getting to that point. Like we've all probably, I say we all, just so to shame to people who haven't, probably seen the Initial D videos where they modded up a Truno car into the game.
Oh my god.
Yes.
86.
No, the victory message would be "you defeated," but then underneath it would list a different baseball team each time because you're fighting their captains.
I mean, of course, all fake baseball teams. Just
no, they're real. Like Quelleg pitches for the Astros.
But anyway, all of the projectiles would become various baseballs. So.
Well, then you're just playing Super Mario World.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that bad.
It's a really good game. One of the better. Super Mario World. I have a lot of thoughts about Super Mario World. Of all the video games to be modded, it was the game that has been modded the most for how little they intended it.
See, you read him. You got a good angle. Good stabs. Good show.
Really, I stopped trying to parry him.
Well, rather, I liked fighting the broadsword, not broadsword, the greatsword cathedral knights much more than the others, because their shield.
I should just get attacking him. I shouldn't try to backstab him.
Man, this is making me want to play like a greatsword character in Dark Souls 2 and learn how to like slap parry with it. Because that looks excellent when you do it.
All you need is Murakumo. I did just die to a kick. The trick with Murakumo is, in Dark Souls 2, it is an extremely good weapon. I cannot speak
Okay.
for how good it is in this one.
Yes, he died to a kick from a 9-foot-tall, ironclad man. Like,
I
I
died to
think
the
I would
kick
die
of.
too.
I died to the kick of a warrior.
Oh Lord!
That's a good
All of
trope.
these guys are various flavors of fraudster from security training videos.
How good it was in Dark Souls 1. The amount of good Mirakuma was in Dark Souls 1 was not. It was bad.
Oh, I liked Kumo in Dark Souls 1. I think that I like every weapon that you don't, but I also like other weapons.
Kumo is just. Curved greatswords just have such a slow startup time to their attack.
They do. They have this subtlety.
I guess being slow is subtle. I guess
You learn to compensate after a while, and
I suppose.
I learned to love it. I played through with the Kumo that once. You had recommended curved greatswords to me. Actually, do you remember that? Where you were like, you should try out Server and Murakumo, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I think when I recommended Server, I recommended it because it has really high base damage, so that it benefits from being a fire weapon. I've said that a lot, so that was probably my specific advice.
I see.
But if you learn to like Kumo, I appreciate that. Of course, there's also Gravelord Sword. Which,
that's the one that I never used.
Well, it's
of course, the one that is like roundly agreed to be a great weapon is something that I don't care for.
It has a good attack. It comes out fast, has long range, powerful.
Like if I want to toxic my opponents, I will throw poop at them.
Oh shit! I got 2 of them on me now.
God, I feel like
so
the
dead.
flavor text for Dung Pie in this game is specifically calling me out. Like they know somehow. They know.
I mean, they have to. Oh my god! Stop following me! Stop! 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 No!
Oh, you're really in a scramble.
I can't fight those enemies. This character is not able to do it. So we're just gonna go fight the boss.
God, I love that decision in these games.
And how it doesn't fucking work in Dark Souls 2.
Right, and I'm like, oh god, I can't deal with 2 regular enemies. I would rather fight this entire boss.
Okay, there's some lore happening. Ocelot.
Oh shit, I forgot he talks. Sorry.
I mean, I was talking over him too.
Well, I was talking over you earlier, and that's actually pretty bad.
It's a very, very long time ago. I stopped trying to... This is kind of rude, but in a resigned sort of way. I kind of stopped trying to avoid talking over people in, like, Skype calls and stuff. Because you just you cannot pick up on body language you cannot observe.
That's true.
So it's just like, get what you have to say out of the way, and then give them time.
This guy does feel Bloodborne-y. He's a boss that, like, talks to you before it happens. He's got a lot of, like...
He transforms.
Like, sallow skin and wiggly tentacles.
He takes...
He transforms. He's
a kin.
Yeah, he's definitely a kin.
Let's see if he takes extra damage from lightning. Because I do have lightning.
It's somewhat of a... legendary power at this point that lightning is good against dragons.
Yet for some reason the Drake hunting armor has high lightning defense. I don't know why.
Well, that's specifically for hunting drakes, right? And in the Valley of the Drakes,
they do.
there are drakes that spew lightning at you. They're like dragon anti-dragon.
So now the bosses become easier.
Yeah, that happens in Fire Emblem 9 too.
Oh, it's a Bloodborne boss because there's a baby crying.
Oh my god.
I died.
Not only is this a Bloodborne boss, it might be specifically a riff on everything that did happen in Bloodborne, right?
Mm. Well, kind of.
A little bit. That's not a bad thing. It's more like a narrative illusion.
Because we had Bloodborne doesn't have a plot, so you can't make a plot reference. But you have a lord, powerful being trying to create a baby through magic, which I guess is the overall plot of Bloodborne. I've had this discussion many times with
Well, I mean,
kids.
the overall one of the strengths of these games and the reason that we have playthroughs at all is that they don't really have plots. Anything that was going to happen in these worlds already happened, and we're just picking up the pieces where they lay. It's kind of like Fez in that way,
Mm.
except the text isn't spelled out in this goofball substitution cipher, and there are skeletons trying to kill you around every corner.
Ooh,
Which
maybe.
I still insist Fez could greatly benefit from.
Well, I can't think of a game that couldn't benefit from skeletons. I mean, Super Mario World had skeletons.
Phil Fish? No, we do not hate Phil Fish.
Nah, he's like a weirdo and he talks too much, but I don't hate him.
No, he absolutely redeemed himself in my mind.
Mm.
Not through like video games. I think he's terrible at making video games, but he's a fine guy.
What if I applied my spells out here and picked a ring that did something? Ah, I don't have lightning clutch ring. How awful.
If only I had a composure. Oh man, I left a badass message outside of what's his name? Pont.
Pontiff Sullivan.
Okay, Pond of Sullivan. It was something like try parrying, but be wary of confidence.
Mm. That was basically how I beat him. The fight
Yeah.
took like 2 minutes, and I took a lot of damage because it was very sloppy, but I had damage. So this guy, one of the things that makes him hard-ish is that he's very much like Waluigi. And what is the thing about Waluigi that makes Waluigi difficult to fight in Mario Party games? Do you recall, Cass, from your long exposures?
Oh,
Waluigi?
hold up. Give me a minute.
Okay,
I'm
something's
gonna have
happening.
to get back to you. Yes, happenings.
I beat the boss. Yeah, Scroll Token has it. Waluigi is made of right angles. Because Waluigi is made of right angles, it's difficult to predict at which direction you are being Waluigi. Osros also does have a mustache. This is true. You know, the boss isn't that hard if I just don't get hit and completely crush him with damage. Let's look at some lore. Osros the Consumed King. Osros went mad trying to harness his royal blood for a greater purpose. Maybe Cass was right on the nose with his Bloodborne. Osros went mad trying to harness his royal blood for a greater purpose, leading him to the heretics of the Grand Archives, where he discovered the twisted worship of Seath the Pale Drake. And somehow he became a Dargan. Let's go back to Firelink. I got stuff to do. Souls to spend. What am I going to do with my souls? What's my... 7. Okay, let's upgrade our Sacred Chime. No strength. Never strength. In fact, you've reminded me what I need to do with my money.
Of course, you managed to slap this guy out of the way when I have to like duck.
Yeah, I didn't get
I
hit.
leave for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't get hit. Did a whole lot of damage and murdered him. And I'm getting more faith.
So the lightning was good. We learned. Is that what I was hearing?
Lightning was good. Sacred Oath is a really powerful buff. I read his soul.
Oh.
Which Osteros went mad trying to harness his royal blood for a greater purpose. You may have been more correct than you even knew. I do not have a Lashard.
Yeah, he's totally an allusion to Bloodborne. Hot damn.
But we're gonna do something really obfuscated. This is an area of the game I do not believe you've been to yet.
Oh boy.
Well, no, it'll first lead into an area you have been into, but we're going to come here and immediately leave.
Great. Okay.
This is where one of the Peruser was past this area at some point. The 4 Lord Souls matched up with the Super Metroid bosses. Don't know.
Yeah, there's not really a neat one-to-one playing it. I mean, at the very least, because...
Well, for one, Bed of Chaos is Spore Spawn.
Well, I was going to say that in Super Metroid, Kraid is very easy compared to the other bosses. And that's not really how Dark Souls lines up. Nevertheless, you found what the hell was that?
Oh, that was a snake
person.
Yeah, there's a snake person here. There's a bunch of snake person corpses. You're going to see a pause in me where I'm just standing there as I cock my real life head to the side, that I do not have, by the way, trying to think of which of the Lord Souls is easiest. And I think it's Nito, but Nito was hard when you first fight him.
Yeah.
So there's this thing.
Oh.
This knight here.
There is.
He gives the Path of the Dragon emote. If you know about Dark Souls 2, and you've played the Dark Souls 2 DLCs, you may recognize the armor set it is wearing as the Drakeblood armor set from the Poison DLC.
Well, that's cute.
No illusionary wall. And this is the old chest with a illusionary wall behind it. That's very... We're just going to snag this bonfire and leave.
So wait, what... How are you zooming in and out with the binoculars?
Up and
I don't
down...
think I ever learned how to do that.
Up and down on the D-pad, it also works while aiming a bow.
Huh. Well, okay. Ah, yes, I will just switch my spell while aiming my binoculars. you can understand why I would never have learned this particular.
I think there might be a tutorial message about it somewhere, like a developer message. That might only be if you start with a bow, though. I don't know if any.
Yeah. Okay. Might have to try that out.
I think I'm going the right way. Yeah, the binoculars only became broken when they turned it into a weapon. Little did they know that they had forged a weapon meant to destroy their game. So we're coming here. I'm kind of taking the long way to do this. I realize now that I should have came from the bonfire in the Profaned Capital. But we're making good time. So we picked up the Lotus position emote.
I'm not very familiar with where you are at all.
I'm in Irithiel Dungeon, the place with the
oh lord,
jailers.
Why would you come back here?
I'm about to show you.
Okay.
As I run past these rats.
I am about to learn.
I will forever roll the R on rat because of the movie The Great Mouse Detective. Formative in my childlike years. Probably my first exposure to one Vincent Price.
It's fair. Man, how excellent would it be to have a like a costume that looks like a Dark Souls 3 armor set, but has like lights going all over it to resemble the embered pattern. And you can do that though. That's the reason I say this at all. I've definitely seen like costumes that have little like lights in them or like that.
Closest thing to this, which is nothing like this I've seen, is Rorschach cosplays that use thermoreactive inks in the mask, so that when you breathe, they change color.
Oh, yeah, I saw those a little while ago. They were really lame. I hate to say.
Oh, not everything can be as cool as its YouTube video or GIF.
Yeah.
So we're back here. We got the Dragon Body Stone here.
Oh.
I will reread it. Or Dragon Torso Stone. From ancient times, the path of the dragon worship was walked by warriors. It is said they envision Archdragon Peak in the depths of their meditation, and at times they even hear the distant sound of the great bells. So, what you do is you come here where everybody is doing lotus position, including this broken statue dragon man, and you join in the fun. And then you wait.
That's really neat.
There is one aspect of this you may not enjoy, though. You bowed your head. If there was a priest anywhere around here, they would hit you with a bamboo pole. Can't fall asleep when you're meditating. That's cheating. And you end up here. This is a, the reason you may not like it is because it's a teleport. And there's a bunch of cairns here.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
I would have liked it more if a giant bird...
Like a bird or drake or something came and snatched you.
Taking you.
I'm just fucking up these cairns.
I feel like I shouldn't even watch this.
Well, I'll get to the bonfire and then leave. I guess I will spoil... Avert thine eyes!
No, it's fine. I'll get there in my wizard playthrough eventually. That is really cool, though.
It's... I don't know how you would figure that out on your first time.
Yeah, there's like no way.
Funnily enough...
Like, oh yeah, I was waiting to discover a meditation pose. Like...
Funnily enough, not the most obscure thing in the game since the second DLC came out.
Oh, goodness. Oh man, do you think that these are the same snake guys from Sen Sorters?
They are also called man-serpents. However, these guys come off as, like, dragon worshippers. Like
yeah, Dark Souls 3 has this snake as dragon precursor kind of thing.
Or, like, snake is a serpent that could have been, but never was a dragon. And then there's somewhere that describes snakes as, like, kindred to humans because of that.
Hmm.
The humans could have been, but never were, something powerful. No! Nope. No, 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 no. Okay, I've got Estus. I'm gonna be stupid.
Oh man, that guy avoided your backstab.
Nope,
Good.
can't parry natural attacks. That's in the D&D rulebooks.
Mm-hmm. Cannot parry the face. Although, if you could, that would be really great.
That would be pretty great.
Just like slap their face out of the way. They're like, oh, why did I attack with my head? It seems so dumb in retrospect.
Well, they get to make it at their full base attack bonus. Well, not their full. It's like they get it as an extra attack on a full attack at the penalty listed. Natural attacks are weird. Okay, where to go now? I think, I still feel like playing.
All right. Well, I need to rest myself. So
Get to bed,
thank you for having me.
Of course.
This is pretty neat. Now I have to go learn a lotus pose.
You have to go learn the lotus pose.
Yeah. Frankly, I need to learn more than that, and I'll talk with you about it later. As I realize I shouldn't say all this stuff out loud in mid-sentence, so I have to like complete a sentence, right? I can't just stop.
What I usually do is just peter out.
I always try to transform it into a completely different sentence.
Well, learn your facts, sir.
Where's my cat?
Obtain thine cat.
That's my wife. This is no good. I need to go.
Where's my beautiful cat? Where's my beautiful wife?
Good night, bud.
Same as it ever was. Okay, we're gonna. I'm gonna dick around this area of the game until I inevitably get invaded by probably very powerful people because I have a full upgraded weapon. And then I'll die and lose my ember, and we'll make call it a night there. Man, it is getting close to midnight, ain't it? I always get burned, Ted, with the Talking Heads references. So, we spent a lot of time away from this place. We just beat up Pont of Sullivan. In the direct path of the game, it would be here. But I noodled around, going to like Smouldering Lake early and then late. And then going back to Lothric Castle. Man, I should get medium drunk. I have no imbibables currently. We got these things again. Enemies that actually can turn invisible. I see you there. The dark stone plate ring. I think it says the same thing as every other stone plate ring. Ooh, okay. Those who valiantly face chaos, granted to undead knights, granted symbols of true knights. Endless journeys. Man, I can hear a lot of stomping upstairs. I don't think Morn is anywhere. Yeah, I think you have to be Dragon Slayer. You have to fight Dragon Slayer armor specifically because it's implied he and the Dragon Slayer armor have a history. There's some minor pop-in happening here. There's this meaningless shortcut. I don't know why this shortcut is here. Unless you get up here from the Pontiff Sullivan boss fight. Wait a second. That chest looks weird from out here. It might just be the lighting shader. Or like a LOD model. Is it just me or does the LOD model on that look weird? I forget what the LOD acronym actually means. Low object detail. Dark Souls has a proud history of low level of detail. Golden Ritual Spear! Dark Souls has a proud history of LOD animations. Maybe not LOD models. Ritual Spear presented to Dark Midnight, so Solomon claims his staff sorcery channel of faith. It's a spear, but it's really a catalyst. Now, the reason this message says Vision of Ring is because there is a ring down here on New Game Plus. I don't remember which one, because the level 1 rings are never worth getting, because the DLC put level 3 rings so you can just get in New Game 1. I need to find the Gerblin. There be Gerblins! I've been given a message. Oh, okay. We got a simple gem. Do I already have one of those? Yes. Got a crystal gem at some point. I'm Steven Universe. I don't think we have anything new. Ah, you got all the trophies / Chivos for this game. I've only 100%ed Chivoed one game, and it was Dark Souls, because I usually don't care about Chivos that much. But I just love Dark Souls so much. I felt like... Plus, when they added Steam Chivos, when I loaded my character, I just got like 2/3 of them. Like, you know, why not? I'll farm out getting rare weapons. Man, I'm pretty powerful. When I make my sword stronger. Stop bullying me. Well, all the DS1 Chivos are like, get one of every item. Beat all the bosses. Upgrade a weapon up every upgrade path. Okay. Oh, you smelled me. This is an NPC. And I'm gonna fucking clown on him. You are nothing compared to me. Yeah, these guys are cool. They sort of feel like the guys... Where's the other one at? Ah, here it comes. They sort of feel like the guys that attack you when you make Anorlando dark. Come here, Maraca boy. I want to parry you. I felt like it should have been it. That also felt like it should have been it. I want to get, like, real ass invaded while I'm dicking around with this guy. There we go. Just use a small shield. Ow! And because you already have the Drang Twin Hammers, he drops nothing. However, there is yet more to this adventure than mere Drang guys. You can hear snoring noises. Not him. Is it you? Well, I got slapped. Man, your lock-on point is really unhelpful. So these guys respawn, so they're not really worth fighting. Oh, here he comes. It's a man-eater. I appreciate this person. Especially with the snoring. Also, I have 6 flasks plus 9. Okay, let's get this over with. Oh. You wanna, like... Oh, no, we're locking on now. Sacred Oath is actually pretty useless against humans. Oh, crap. Hey! We had a no-heal duel! That was a good-ass fight. That went about as perfectly as it could. Like, none of us healed. we just fought. And we were both using it. I guess I'm kind of using a straight sword weapon, which is kind of a little tired at this point. People use straight swords all the time. I'm not using longsword, though. I'm just using sunlight straight sword. You might say that, Ijimat, but I am so used to just invading here, and there are 3 people fighting me, and they all heal, and they all, you know. Maybe it's because I have a plus 10 weapon, and I'm pretty high level. Longswords basically have no poise. They're fast, and they have good range, though. You don't see a lot of Black Knight Halberd. Glaive was pretty popular. I guess Black Knight Glaive. Glaive was pretty popular for a while, though. I'm going to die down here. By the way. Oh. Oh, they're back. And this time they just invaded as a dark spirit. I want to see if they want to play ladder. Well, the invasion cooldown would have meant that I would not have. Oh, we got a cop here. So you do that to attack up. You do that to attack down. And I'm just going to wait for them to come here, and I'm going to try to play ladder with them. Hey, what was rare? A cop? I've done plenty of cop invasions. They invade down here. I'm not seeing them. I'm just going to hang out here and play ladder, though. Be dead down here. Well, I might block these guys. I know coming down here to farm invasions is pretty common. Just because it's like ultimate fight place. So there's awful boys down here. I'm going to attempt to slay them, but it's not going to work. And we're going to let Itvara earn their victory a different way, perhaps. I need one of these guys on me at a time. Not both of them, please. I would like one. I have obtained one. Wait, shit, I got it. Like, sure you can bleed them, but you can also just be fucking good. Don't get hit by that, though. That's a bad time. Shit. Hey, baby sass. You're dead. Shit. Okay. Christ. Woof. Okay. Let's light that bonfire. We got the other lore guy. It's Archdeacon MacDonald. He was mentioned as being one of the ones who went with Sullivan. We're going to join his covenant. He's going to give us Aldrich Faithful, which is the covenant that our friend person was using. Let's learn about it. Holy symbol of the Cathedral of the Deep. Because there's a sea beyond the fire to the age of deep waters. Very bloodborne. Ensure that Aldrich, devourer of gods, remains undisturbed by taking the form of loyal spirits and running down those. Basically, this is Watch Dogs of Faerun 2.0. They put it later in the game, so you can have two different areas. So even if you out-level an area where the PvP would be high, you can still have it. Plus, you don't really have to beat the boss of this area until very late. Is that Gwendolyn? Wearing the robes of Gwendolyn, kind of looks like. Let's go see if we can find our friend, because I still can't quit the game, which means they're still in the world. Yeah, it's kind of like, it doesn't have the fantastic hat that Gwendolyn has. See if I can't find our friend. Hello? I think one of these is a giant. Is it this one? Is it this one? Oh, it's another. It's Zeth. Hi, Zeth. Well, I think I know exactly how I want to end the stream. Zeth doesn't get it.